Alright guys, here's the other green mound. They call it Nana, green mound, procumbens, dwarf, juniper, Japanese, whatever. Here it is. It's the one that we also picked up at Home Depot when we were picking up all the others. So I'm going to just get it down real quick. I'm going to try to do it fast and simple. And it's got all kinds of branching, crazy stuff going on. It's pretty high up. There's a lot going on here, so I'm going to open it all up. You guys have seen how I do that. I'm going to try to show you a little bit. It's got this crazy branching growing way out that I'm not going to use because I'm not going to, well, I don't think I'm going to. But I've already got a top canopy way up here. See all this growth? So this is underneath, and I don't want to do anything with the cascade style. So, and I still may cut further, but I'm going to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Now the top stuff I may leave for right now, but the stuff that the most I'm going to want it to be is branches on the bottom. Like this is all still part of the top. See where I separated it here? This is the bottom branch. This one has a crazy weird growth going on. First thoughts are keep this alive, kill off this whole underneath section that kind of mimics it, and we'll create a cool looking tree. But that's just the first thought. I'm still going to do some cutting back here and clean out the inside to see exactly what I want to do. I'm going to clean out the inner growth. I'm going to try to get you a little bit closer. Now this one's like bushy. It's like nuts. There's so much going on in there that it's going to take a while just to open it up and see. But the same process. See how like what I consider the trunk, the thicker part, as it's coming up and around. Any of this young growth that's on there that doesn't actually have any wood developed on it yet, that's not like this, an actual branch coming off of the trunk. And then where that branch does come off, at least for the first inch or so, I want all that young growth gone. And I've created, now I may not keep it, but I've created a foliage pad out here. And that's what I want to do for this whole tree, more or less. Just to get in here and see what we have. We don't even have a clue yet as to what structure is already there, curvature, movement of the tree. We're trying to open that up now to get in here and see. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to have you guys watch the whole process because it takes forever. And then I will show you real quick, a lot of these, see all this dead stuff? This just died off from lack of the light hitting it. It's so dense up under there. You'll want to, I recommend just cleaning that out with your root rake or whatever. These underneath side branches, that you don't need those anyway. And the stuff that falls off, let it fall off. We'll pick this thing, get it out of the pot, so it'll make it a little easier to do that. And then we'll come in like I was doing from the top side. We'll show you real quick what I'm coming up with. Look at this crazy twist I've coming up with in this guy, cleaning it up. Just opening up all this, getting all this dead stuff out. These branches that have the growth coming up underneath. I don't know if you guys can make that out. We got this down to where we can tell that this is the lowest part of the tree. We may kill that off, we may cut it off flush, but then see this crazy twisting that takes place. So this is just an awesome tree. This thing has like some crazy growth, just natural movement that's already there that will make this into a cool tree. See, this is kind of getting dry. I'm going to put it in a pot, raise it up, keep doing what I was talking about, continue to open it up. But that's all within like 2 minutes of me cleaning it out. I didn't realize this tree had this much potential just looking at it, but I judged it off the height. That's why I kind of emphasize to you guys, when you're out looking, you look for where this has, the part of this, the junipers have wrapped back around and are growing over on top. That's what gives you that crazy twisting that you don't have to do any wiring or anything to already have something that's going to be a good pre-bonsai or bonsai later on. All right, everybody, continuing on with this guy right here. You can see him. Try to get you guys set up in the spot here. So you can pretty much see that we haven't really went anywhere from where the last time I messed with him. We're going to put him in this pot though, and we're going to go a little further. I'm going to take off just a little bit of the roots, but before we do that, we're going to go down this way. The slight possibility, if we go down enough this way, we won't take anything off the bottom, but we're going to do that first. And then we're going to do initial styling on the top here. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to do that just by using my very expensive Chipotle root rake. Just see, that's probably as low as we're going to be able to go, but I'm just going to double check it. Then I'll come back and we'll see where we're at. Alright guys, we definitely got it wider. Got a couple viewing angles here. It's kind of not really the front we had picked. I'm going to still shoot for somewhere in here, the front. So it's almost coming at us, but that'll work. It's better than it was. As you can see, it'll set down in there. We'll be able to get it potted up and without taking any more of the roots off. You can tell most of the roots I'll need to wet them down, but they're still intact. And I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna water this guy pretty heavy, get it back in the original pot, do the styling, then slip pot it into that. All right, this is the guy I was showing you originally, and I still think I'm going to do this, but before I do that, I think I'm going to kill off this inner part here. I'll move this down, keep it alive. This part right here, I'll turn that into deadwood, twist this up and around. Before I do that, I'm going to clean out this inner structure, or the inner little fine branching, to get to the inner structure and see exactly what we have. And I'm going to do that just like I mentioned in all my videos. You should have that. It should be common knowledge to you guys that this little stuff like that, you can take it off by hand if it's growing right off the edge. You know, if it's up on your trunk or right where the first branch or branches come out, then you need to clear that off to just give it a more mature look right off the bat and open the tree up. Alright, I started clearing this guy out, and I've decided just to open it up. I'm killing off, it's hard to make out, but this comes from right here. It's a cool twist. This part's still live, but right where it forks, I'm going to kill off both of these. I hope you guys can make that out. So there'll be a few of these younger branches growing, a few on the back side, because this is the point where I'm going to kill it off right here, right before it branches out. So we'll still have 3 branches back here. We'll have this whole top piece that'll be alive, and that's how and then this bottom one in the front right here. So we'll basically have 3 points of growth still, but I think that'll make for a tree that's going to have a lot more character when we're done. So alright, I'm going to start. I'm just going to show you guys the beginnings of how I do it. You know, it's in all my other videos. I just wanted to show you this one little branch right here. I'm going to leave it. It's kind of in between these two. I'm going to kill off, and I'm going to leave it growing. I don't know about this. I may leave the whole thing wired up and give it a twist up and around this deadwood, but the deadwood is simple. We're just going to cut all the live growth off, do the pliers deal, which you guys have seen that. You know, squeeze these after all the growth's off, and that will let the bark fly right off, and then I'll come back when I'm done and we'll go from there. Alright, I got it cleaned out, got this killed off, this one over here. This one's not bad, got a little bit of movement, but this one of the reasons why I killed it off, it's kind of right in the middle of the tree. You can see how straight it is. So I'm actually going to wire it up while it's still pliable, bendable, and I'm going to give it some different movement. We'll probably shorten some of these up. I'm going to go ahead and wire a few other branches, maybe this guy. Still trying to figure out where I want the front for this tree to be. I'm thinking I may want the front to actually be over here. But that may be in the future. For now, I may try to get the front actually to be right here and kind of move these around. But we'll see. Alright, I didn't wire the whole tree, just the deadwood. We're going to try to see if that wire's thick enough. We're going to give that some movement and go from there. Now this guy already kind of had a bend going, so we're going to try to bring that a little more and then a little more down, and then bring this back up. I may have to double wire that. Twist that all the way over here. Then I'll bring these up and around. Alright, I kind of got this one twisted sort of how I wanted. I don't really like this guy, but I'm not sure what to do with them. I'll probably end up just shortening these two, and they'll just be little. I like this one. It came out pretty good. So I think I'm going to leave that for now. I may end up wiring this guy and moving him kind of just over. So now, this guy I think I want to put down. Like that. I think I'm gonna just let this guy grow up in there free for now, and I'll wire him up later. Alright guys, this tree we're gonna call good. I've had this thing started at here, went to the lake with it, did a little work, got it potted up, basically just got back to and figured I'd put a finishing into this video. But you can see we kind of got in a pot that it didn't need to go in a pot that big, but it's one I had, and it'll be fine in there. We'll let it sort of grow out. I only wired up the deadwood because I wanted to get it bent around in a certain way, and it's going to harden up. Usually you shouldn't have to worry about anything of the wire because it can sit on there for however long. That deadwood's it's going to die off and it won't get bigger. So, you know, cutting in, that kind of thing. I haven't wired any of this up because I'm just going to leave it till next season, and then we'll come in and do something with it. And I've really, this is the one I'm kind of debating on a front. I'm going to try to get it to where I can get all the twists. It's got that crazy twist going up here in the like twin trunk. As it splits off, it kind of comes up and splits into two. And so, like if I had to pick a front like this right here, with this branch totally gone, which I haven't killed it off yet, I've still got it just sitting here, and it kind of has a cool look. So I'm not sure what to do with it yet. But I could take it completely out of the picture, and this would be a pretty good front, except the Nabari and that right at the base is just real narrow. If I can get this to work out to be the front. May have to wire this out of the way. It's definitely a wider stance. You can still make out the crazy twists and turns. So as of right now, that's where I call the front of this tree. Alright guys, hope you liked that video. Pretty much done now with the pre-bonsai garden center material, getting it to look like this from hopefully here on out. Now some of the other trees, different ones I have, I've got some dwarf Alberta spruce and a few others, Japanese hollies and stuff that are still in basically garden center pots. Haven't had anything done to them. I may be doing a little bit with them, but the junipers hopefully will start looking something like this, and then we'll go on further with them in the videos. So if you're just catching this video, you haven't watched any of my older videos, please go back, watch those. It's kind of how to take it just from a bush looking thing, getting it to this, and then hopefully from majority of here on out, it'll be getting them sort of looking like a bonsai tree. They'll start like this, and then we'll go even further and add more movement, character, stuff like that. Just the process of turn them into a real good bonsai specimen. But anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, help share the channel, tell your friends, neighbors, enemies, Donald Trump, whoever. And like always guys, thanks for watching.